Hey guys, welcome back. This is Pamela with Pamela's Tarot Tales, and I am in the airport, and I wanted to record this while it's in my brain, and so bear with me with the surroundings and any noise, and if you can't hear me. So I wanted to catch up. I missed one day while I've been traveling, and the one day that I've been putting off answering was the information about the imposter syndrome, and have you ever experienced imposter syndrome in your tarot specifically? But I think that um, imposter syndrome, which is it comes in many forms, and I think it's a very, very human experience, and I think that it it's pretty while we may feel alone and we may feel like we're the only ones that ever experience that, I think that it's just human nature, and I think that we're not infallible, and we're not I mean, we can work to rise above it, but it also that is there to help us with our growth and our development. So um, if we were never afraid of that, or if we would never experience that, we would never be able to push beyond it and experience life in a new way and grow and develop. And so I think it's really important to, one, recognize that. So yeah, of course I've had imposter syndrome. Like I said, it's such a human experience that, and it's something that we don't talk about as much in our humanity. And I think that it's important to talk about that so that we can connect and not feel so alone. We're awfully isolated, or often feel very isolated, and I think it's good to share that so that we can connect and make things better for each other. So yeah, I have experienced it. I have experienced it in my animal communication business. I've experienced it in so many aspects of my life, and with tarot as well, and with my healing practices, and even in my spiritual practices. I mean, in every aspect, I think it can creep in and make you question, make you wonder, and make you doubt. And um, yeah, so for me, it's in tarot specifically, it has come across as um, like mostly a feeling, oh, I've forgotten how to read, or I look at the cards and they go blank, or um, or I did a reading for a client and it didn't seem to resonate, or it didn't seem to feel so big and massive. But I think when we have those experiences, we have to realize that what our expectations are for how you read, for who you read for, and how you read for them. And just because it didn't meet your expectations or what you have delivered in the past doesn't mean that it's not uh, the perfect message for them right then, or the perfect way it was delivered, or even just a confirmation of what they were already feeling and had doubt about. So it's important uh, to recognize that when you feel the imposter syndrome, when you feel like you're a fraud, when you feel like you didn't deliver, then really look and step outside of yourself, because it's really above and beyond you. It's above your limitations. It's above um, your limitations of what you think, your mind. And sometimes it's about the other person. And sometimes, like I said, that can come in many forms, and it can just be a simple confirmation. It may be not such a deep, profound message. It may not be um, something that you want or expect in a certain way, but it can be really profound to them, or just helpful, or just loving, or supportive. So I think that's important, and there's different times and different places where that's important and needed. Okay, I'm sure I could ramble on about this for days and days, but I wanted to share my thoughts on that in the case of a syndrome, in the case of how we experience it, and how we experience it in humanity, and how I've experienced it, but also how I choose to work with it, how I choose to work beyond it, how I choose to incorporate it, how I choose to learn to grow from it. And I think that's what it really comes down to. All right, guys, have a great day.